Hey, what's going on everybody? This is Ken and welcome to my comparison video between the Samsung Galaxy Tab 8.4 and the Google Nexus 7. I will also be doing a comparison video between the Tab 8.4 and the iPad mini. So stay tuned for that video by subscribing to my channel. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if this video helps you to decide which one is best for you. So first, let's go ahead and begin with the design and the build quality of these devices. This has a polycarbonate back with some leather texture, which is quite similar to the Galaxy Note 3. On the other hand, the Nexus 7 is also made out of polycarbonate. It has a soft touch matte black finish and is quite similar to the Nexus 5. It's pretty much the same material, and it seems like that this is a bigger version of the Nexus 5. Here's a size comparison between these two tablets. Of course, the Nexus 7 is just a bit smaller compared to the Galaxy Tab, simply because of the 7-inch display versus the 8.4-inch display. As for the thickness or the thinness, the Galaxy Tab 8.4 is just a hair thinner compared to the Nexus 7. Not a huge difference here. So now let's move on to the specs of these devices. The Galaxy Tab 8.4 features a Qualcomm Snapdragon 800 2.3 GHz quad-core processor with 2 GB of RAM. The Nexus 7, on the other hand, has a Qualcomm Snapdragon S4 Pro 1.5 GHz and also 2 GB of RAM. And here are the scores for the Geekbench 3 test. As you can see, the Samsung Galaxy Tab 8.4 has a much higher score compared to the Nexus 7. This is the Antutu benchmark test, and this tests the GPU performance of these devices. So my Nexus 7 is right down here at the bottom, and this scored around 21,000. And let's take a look at the Samsung. The Samsung actually scored very high. It's right up top compared to some other devices right here. And the score was about 36,000. So if we compare these two devices together, as you can see, the Samsung Galaxy Tab 8.4 does have much higher specs compared to the Nexus 7, but we do have to keep in mind that this is a newer device because the Nexus 7 2013 version was released in the summer of 2013, and the Galaxy Tab 8.4 was just released a few weeks ago. And also another factor to keep in mind is that the Nexus 7 is much more cheaper or less expensive compared to the Galaxy Tab. Of course, both of these devices have relatively high-end specs, so you are able to run pretty much all of the apps or games in the Google Play Store. And I'm currently playing the game Asphalt 8. It's a racing game, and as you can see, both devices handle these games very well. Alright, now let's move on to the display quality of these devices. The Samsung Galaxy Tab 8.4 features a screen resolution of 2560 by 1600, 8.4 inches, and the pixel density is 359. The Nexus 7, on the other hand, has a slightly lower resolution, coming in at 1920 by 1200. It's a 7-inch display, so the pixel density is still pretty high. It's 323 pixels per inch. Just from my eyes, I can't really tell a difference between the screen resolution simply because of the incredibly high pixel density. The Galaxy Tab 8.4 has a slightly more saturated or more colorful display. It looks just a bit better compared to the Nexus 7, and also I noticed that the Galaxy Tab can go up to a very high brightness. Now let's talk about the software. My Nexus 7 is currently running on Android 4.3 Jelly Bean, but I am able to upgrade to the latest Android 4.4.2 KitKat. I really should upgrade, but I was just too lazy to do it. Since this is a Nexus device, I am able to get the latest Android update once it comes out. On the other hand, unlike my Nexus 7, the Galaxy Tab 8.4 is running on Samsung's TouchWiz skin, which of course is not pure Android. So let me just go ahead and open up settings. As you can see, my device is running on Android 4.4.2 KitKat, and it's quite surprising that this came right out of the box with the latest Android 4.4. Anyways, now let's move on to the speakers comparison. So there are two speakers down here at the bottom on the Galaxy Tab 8.4. On the Nexus 7, there are a few back-facing speakers, which is not a very good location because you can easily cover them up with your hand. So here's a quick speaker comparison.
Hey,
Hey, what's going on everybody? This is Ken and welcome to my early 2014 edition. Something else to note is that the Galaxy Tab 8.4 does feature expandable storage, so you can easily slide in a micro SD card up to 64 gigabytes and you can have more storage on your device. And now let's move on to the last portion of my comparison video, which is a camera comparison. The Galaxy Tab 8.4 features an 8 megapixel camera on the back, and the Nexus 7 features a 5 megapixel camera on the back. The front-facing camera on the Galaxy Tab is 2 megapixels and it can shoot 1080p HD video. So it's great for Skype chats and video chats. The Nexus 7 shoots 720p HD videos at 1.2 megapixels. So here are a few picture comparisons of the camera, and these pictures were all taken in automatic mode. Alright, so here's a video test of the front-facing camera on the Google Nexus 7 2013 edition. And here is the front-facing camera test of the Samsung Galaxy Tab Pro 8.4. I think it's a bit better compared to the Nexus 7. My face is not that bright, and it's a bit more sharper and more detailed. So let me know what you think in the comments, which one is better for the front-facing camera. So this basically concludes my comparison between the Galaxy Tab 8.4 and the Google Nexus 7 2013 version. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and leave a comment down below letting me know which one you prefer. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for future comparisons and future technology content. Thanks a lot for watching this video, and I will see you in my next video.